that milk's off. Welcome. Grab yourself a cuppa. I'm going to try and not make this as long as my last ones. So a few weeks ago, I asked Instagram if they would just send me a bunch of questions so I can answer, and I was not disappointed. No. I also will try and include the names of the people who answer me these questions. So first question is from Caroline, and her Instagram handle is Caroline Mrs. Neville. So the question is, what's on your bucket list if you have one? I don't actually have a bucket list. I'd like to go abroad. I've never been abroad. Did you know that? Bet you didn't. Now you do. One thing I would say, which I've always said, is that I'd love to go to Greenland. Next question is from Gemma Louise Myhill. What would you change about yourself if you could? I don't think I'd change anything. Like I do sit there in front of the mirror and I obsess over myself in a negative way, like, oh, I hate me teeth, like my teeth are dead, like jagged. I'd love for them to just be straight across. Or things like, I just wish I didn't have all this acne or acne scars. I wish that my skin didn't have blemishes. I've always said though, if I got the opportunity to have a breast lift, I would. Not a full-blown implantation, but a breast lift, yeah. But even then I'd probably shit out because I'd have to get put to sleep, and I don't like the idea of that. The next few questions are from Gemma Louise Myhill, so I'll just bash these out. What is your favourite thing about your career? As you know, I'm a rapid response worker and I travel quite a bit when I am working, like continuously travelling to and from each person. Honestly, it's the people I meet and the stories that I hear. That's like my favourite thing. And also because I am travelling constantly, I'm not sort of pinned down to one place. Pet hate. I've got quite a few pet hates, Gemma. When you're having a conversation with somebody and they just butt in and full blown interrupt whatever you're saying, and you're just like, okay. Or when they ask you a question, but they don't want to hear the answer. And I don't mean like they're being funny, I mean like they carry on talking over you. Things like that. I like conversations to be back and forth. You speak, I'll speak. You speak, I'll speak. I'm a bit anal about that. What really makes you angry? Not a lot of things, if I'm honest with you, Gemma. Probably just the same amount of things that would make anyone angry. Bullying, cyberbullying, all the shite that's going on in the world right now. Things that are happening in the world, being able to do anything about it to help in any way. You just want to help and you just can't. Next question, what would you sing on the karaoke? I used to always have one particular song that I'd always sing on the karaoke, and it was Don't Stop Believing by, I think it was The Journey. Next question is from Shamara McCuster. If you could speak to someone, celeb or not, who would it be? One last time, and why? Well, obviously it would be me dad for a start, non-celebrity, and I wouldn't even know where to start what I'd say to him, to be fair. I really don't know. Obviously, just the usual, what you'd expect to tell a loved one, that you love them, you miss them, little things like that. I don't know what I'd say to a celebrity, because I wouldn't want to come off as like this big like fangirl, like, oh my god, I love you, you're my favourite person. I'd probably just strike up a normal conversation like, how are ya? You know, how's your day been? How's your morning been? I just try to be as normal as possible because I'm not normal. His next question says, how old was you when you lost your virginity? I was 15. Have you ever walked in on anyone having sex? I haven't actually. I haven't, and I'm glad of that. Last one off Kirsty Crook is favourite food. Can you just class takeaways as food or homemade? It really does depend on what mood I'm in. All right, so this is a double question from Miss Murphy 88, and it's, how did you meet your boyfriend? I'll start with that one. We were in a local bar to us. He wasn't actually going to go out that night, and we met in a bar, and I put my number in his phone. Cringeworthy. And yeah, the next day, late at night the next day, I thought I made a holy show of myself. He texted me. Yeah, we eventually made an official on May the 4th. Be with you. And the second part of Miss Murphy's question is, what made you become a carer? And I remember bumping into somebody once who I used to work with in a totally different job. And I asked what they were doing now, and they said, oh, I'm a carer. I asked what that entailed, and it just sounded like everything I'd love to do. Just look after people, just be there for people, supporting people, and yeah, and now I work for the rapid response team. These next couple of questions are again from Gemma Louise Myhill. I don't know if these questions are in order, I'm so sorry. So Gemma's asked, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? Hopefully in 5 years' time, I'll have a lovely house, or just a house with my boyfriend. Whether it's lovely or not, we can do it up. I'd hope I've stepped up the career ladder. Hope to see myself in 5 years as just happy. Another question off Gemma is biggest fear. Everyone who knows me well enough will know it's the dark. I've always been frightened of the dark. Since I was a little kid, I've always had a nightlight. If we've ever gone on holiday to a caravan site, I've always had a nightlight. My poor mother would always have to go to the reception to ask for a nightlight because we'd always forget to bring one. Always slept with a bedroom lamp on. If it's not a bedroom lamp, then it's a nightlight. Best achievement. It sounds really common, but me car and me flat, because I was once in this mindset of like only rich people can live on their own and drive at the same time because it's a rich person's thing, you know, running a home and running a car. And it's not a rich person's thing. And I've done it. I've got me two big independent things that I think is what makes an adult an adult. And I still don't feel like an adult. The next question's off Carly1112. Carly's asked, favourite place in Liverpool to go for a meal? Oh, Brazil or Viva Brazil. Oh, Google it. 3-course last meal on air. Either be like a halloumi salad for me starter or cheesy garlic bread. It's gotta be cheese. Me main either be me mum's homemade scouse or hot pot or poor man's stew as it's also known as, or chicken fried rice and chips. I'm so plain. Me dessert would either be a strawberry trifle or, I think this is the winner actually, apple crumble with custard. Right, these next bunch of questions are off Megan. Her Instagram handle is Loftus Siblings. So the first one is, what made you start the account? The whole reason I started this YouTube account is because I made my first video for Instagram, but it was too long to fit on Instagram, so I thought I'd whack it on YouTube, and then I just carried on making videos. Next one off Megan is biggest inspiration. I don't feel like I have very many people who inspire me. Maybe as a collective, I've had people that I've known throughout the years and certain people who have done / gone through / going through certain things have inspired me to either not to do certain things or to do certain things. Like that person who I used to work with in my different job inspired me to do this job that I do now, or as a rapid response worker. Another one off Megan, how old are my cats? So we've got Captain Morgan, who turned 3 on Monday, and we've got Marble Granite, who turned 2 last week on the 5th of May. But I just call them Morgan and Marble. This is a good one off Megan. What is something you do daily, and if you don't do it, you feel weird? Making me bed. If I don't make my bed of a morning, my whole day is out of sync. It's ruined. It's not right. I've got to make me bed. Another good one off Megan. What do you value most in life? Probably life itself. How deep's that? Probably the people around me and have always been around me. You sort of know that they'll always be around you. Right, is another interesting one off Megan. Do you get annoyed about the kids and marriage question? So I constantly, even in work, even with friends, anywhere, I get asked, when are you going to start a family? Which I absolutely hate. Because I've got a family. Just because I don't have children does not mean that I've not got a family. I get really, really ratty. You don't have to have kids to have a fulfilled life. Daily skincare routine. I wash my face every morning and I wash my face at night. That's it. I don't use no moisturisers, don't use no face creams, night creams, nothing. How long have you been ciggy free? Congratulations, BTW. I think I'm on my 3rd year. 3 years being ciggy free. Oh, fave song at the minute. My favourite song at the minute is Pink, and it's also Willow. I think it's called Cover Me in Sunshine. Oh my God, absolutely love it. Political opinion, I don't have one. Any more cats? I think 2's the limit for me. I think 2's enough for me to handle. Oh, another good one off Megan. How long have you been doing Made by Shani? So I started the little glittery biz in 2014 when I lived with my mum and dad in my bedroom, on my bed with a towel and 4 glitter shakers and 1 bottle of glue and a pack of 4 wine glasses. And now I've got a whole craft room dedicated to my little business, and I used to be known as Glitz on Glass by Sean, and I absolutely hated that name because I felt like it was too long, too childish. And when I moved into the flat and I dedicated my whole room to crafting, I thought, yeah, I need a proper name now, and all I could come up with was Made by Shani. That weren't taken. Folder or a scruncher? Folder. So are you doing a mukbang? No, I won't be doing a mukbang after I googled what a mukbang was. Not a question, just a request off Megan. ASMR of you brushing your hair. I'll look into that one, Megan. Hot or cold drink? That really just depends on my mood. Fancy the brew this afternoon. I haven't had one in months. Ooh, how have you found working in the pandemic? Personally, for me, it's not been that bad. At first, I did feel a little bit of pressure, not from work, from every time like I'd leave a place of work, I'd be worried that people are looking out their windows watching me leave the place of work, making sure I'm doing all the right precautions, taking me PPE off, applying all me sanitizer and things like that. But I think that was more my paranoia more than anything. But other than that, it's been fine. And if anything, it's been a breeze with the roads being empty. Do you have a partner? Yes. Hot destination or a cold one? Cold. Right, these next handful of questions are from, again, Kirsty Crook. Back at it again. Favourite animal? I know this one, but the YouTubers won't. Not really sure what my favourite animal is. I mean, a few people have wondered themselves, but I'm sure one day it might fall into place of what it actually is. Who's your favourite person to watch on Instagram? Another one by Kirsty. Your go-to has probably got to be Stacey Solomon, because I'm waiting for her to do some crafting again. And because she's just moved into a pickle cottage. There's not been much crafting recently, only full-on proper DIY. And I like a bit of crafting. Of Kirsty, who's your favourite person off Instagram other than me and Laura Parry? Obs. Probably have to go with Stacey, sorry. And Kirsty again, just confirming what you do for work, again for the YouTubers. Yeah, so I'm a rapid response worker. I started off as a domiciliary care worker and then I've upped the game to a rapid response worker now. Right, these next few very helpful questions are from Laura Parry, fellow Parry. May not answer all of these, but I'm just going to read them out. How big are your tits? How big's your fanny? Who's your best mate in the whole wide world with an angel face? Who's your favourite Instagrammer with an angel face? I love that Laura Parry. My favourite's Laura Parry. That's what she said, by the way. Like I said, I'm not going to answer some of them. Right, these last few questions now are really, really good. And they're from Melissa. And it handles my beautiful, fragrant life. What's the one thing that's made you a stronger person? Honestly, I think everyone can vouch for this when they have lost someone. Probably losing my dad, because you do gain that bit of strength where you like view things in different ways now, and I deal with situations in a different way than what I normally would. Like normally I used to crumble, but now I feel like I've got a stronger head on my shoulders, because I feel like I've been through one of the worst pains you can go through, that I feel like not much else can really tear me down, if that makes any sense. That's deep. One place that makes you feel most like yourself? Probably anywhere with me mum, because to me mum is home and home is comfort, and that's me. Right, last one off Melissa. Do you want to get married and do you believe at love at first sight? I'm not really fussed about getting married. I think it's because my boyfriend doesn't want to that I want to, but before I met him I wasn't really ever bothered about marriage. But like I say, because he doesn't want to, I want to now. And do I believe at love at first sight? No. Thank you so much to all you fabulous ladies who have took time out to write me a little question. I hope I've answered them well. Yeah, if you liked my video, do what all the other people tell you to do with YouTubers. Like and subscribe! Can you subscribe though? Because I'd love to be like YouTube famous one day. That's like me. That's like, yeah, that's my goal in life. That's where I want to see myself in 5 years' time. I want to be YouTube famous. When I've loads of companies send me loads of free stuff and end up with a big massive house with 16 cars and 25 cats.